footage used in any of the Slasher Scotty videos, including the body count, the rankings, and the top 10 videos, are entirely owned by the copyright holders. Slasher Scotty makes no claim of ownership and simply uses the footage for purposes of education, commentary, and criticism under the Fair Use Act.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the SSN. I am your host, Slasher Scotty, and yes, this is Slasher Scotty News, and we have quite a packed show for you this time around. We have quite a few, films we're going to get into, some television stuff, a Netflix original, and some other great content that we're going to be discussing. So how about we start off with the television side of things? What do you say? So enjoy this little graphic to get you a little pumped, a little hyped for the television, and then I'll see you back here as we dive headfirst into some television show news. See you soon. That's right, we are now diving right into some television news. Okay, so first on the television news thing is American Horror Story Double Feature. So we got some breaking news that came out this past week about American Horror Story, or shall I say this past month, but I'm pretty sure the news was released this past week. So American Horror Story Double Feature, which is going to be the 10th season of the series, is going to be coming to FX, wait for it, this fall 2021. And the finale of Double Feature will be taking place on Halloween 2021. That's right. So yes, American Horror Story Double Feature will be coming to FX and your television screen. So check your local listings to find out what channel FX is for you guys and the times and all that stuff this fall. That is really exciting. I cannot wait. Double Feature has two different parts to it, one in the sand, one by the sea. We know that stars like Evan Peters, Sarah Paulson are going to be returning, so it's going to be exciting to see where this season is going to go in American Horror Story lore. But definitely check out that. You want to check it out for sure, which leads us to our second topic of the television shows, which is American Horror Stories. That's right, plural, stories, which is a spin-off series of American Horror Story. And this will be a 16-episode arc that will be coming to FX, and wait for it, more breaking news. It will be coming to FX this summer, 2021. And each episode will be different. They're going to have a different theme about all your favorite horror, legends, myths, fears, everything else you can think of, all in a single episode for 16 episodes for season 1 of American Horror Stories. So I can't wait for that as well. Last thing we got for you on television news. Oh, this is going to be a good one, right? Eye roll. But we know that earlier this month was WrestleMania Backlash. I know, wrestling again. This is like the third week you're talking about wrestling. Well, it's horror news. I mean, it really is. It's not just about wrestling, because Tom Savini's team at WrestleMania Backlash did the special makeup effects of the zombies during the match between The Miz and Damian Priest. And the match was a Zombies Lumberjack match because they were promoting Army of the Dead, which is airing now on Netflix. And we will get a little bit more into detail about Army of the Dead a little later on. And they were sponsoring WrestleMania Backlash, so obviously they wanted to do something big to sponsor them. They got paid a lot of money for it, so they ended up doing this. It wasn't a really good thing with the WWE universe. It really was frowned upon by pretty much everybody in the WWE universe, but they did it. They got paid for it, and it happened. Nothing you can do about it. So if you want to see the look of the zombies that Tom Savini and his team did for the zombies at WrestleMania Backlash, check up there on the screen. But other than that, yeah, I mean, his team did it. I mean, Tom Savini is known for amazing special effects. Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Of course, he did The Burning, and so many other films. So, I mean, his team did the zombies for that, which was pretty cool. Definitely, a top-notch SFX guy. So, I mean, if anybody could do it, anybody they should hire to do it should be Tom Savini. But that's it. We're done. Not for the episode, but we're done for the television series. And we're going to go right into our next topic. I will see you here after you take a look at this cute little graphic or animated graphic. And I will see you back here when we discuss our next topic here on the SSN. Welcome back. Yeah, we're going into some Netflix exclusives. Now, granted, this isn't a Netflix original movie. It was made by Warner Brothers, from my understanding, and it ended up being sold to Netflix to air on there. So, but we're going to include this under the Netflix originals or classics or exclusives. Yeah. So, okay, so Netflix, so Army of the Dead, big thing that's out there is a new movie that's out about zombies, basically, and it is on Netflix. So let's talk about it. So the synopsis of Army of the Dead, I gotta look at my paper because I don't know the synopsis off the top of my head. I don't memorize all that stuff off the top of my head. But anyways, okay, the synopsis of Army of the Dead is: after a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble by venturing into the quarantine zone for the greatest heist ever. Sounds really good, right? I haven't seen the movie yet. I do plan on seeing it sometime this weekend, so I want to see it. But for all of you wanting to, watch it, or maybe not even sure if they want to see it, I can maybe change your mind, maybe say, here, go see it, or, no, that doesn't look good, by showing you the trailer. So take a look at this trailer, and I'll see you back here so we can talk a little bit more about Army of the Dead.
That's heavy, brother. But I dig it.
Whoa, that looks so freaking good. I really can't wait to watch this weekend. It really looks good. So, talking about the movie itself, this film stars former WWE superstar Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, Omari Hardwick, Theo Rossi, and Genevieve Rossi. And it is directed by Zack Snyder, and it is currently available on Netflix. So make sure, if you haven't already done so, to support this film and watch this film on Netflix right away, as soon as you possibly can, because I heard some amazing things about it, and I cannot wait to see it myself. And that's it for Netflix exclusives. I mean, there was only one movie on Netflix exclusives, and that was it. But there is so much more to get into here at the SSN. We have one more part to dive into. There's a couple of big things on that one. So let's go and check that out, and I will see you right back here. See you soon. We are going to see some movies. Woohoo! Yeah, we're about to dive into some movies in the horror genre, of course. And one is more of a kids-friendly horror film, if you want to call it that. We're going to dive into Hocus Pocus 2. Woo! We know everybody loves the first Hocus Pocus movie. I mean, it is an iconic classic Halloween film that is consumed and viewed by millions of people worldwide on the Halloween season. So Hocus Pocus 2, we do know it was already been announced, I believe late last year, that they're going to be doing a sequel. But we have some new information about it that we didn't know, when it was first announced that it was going to happen. And we got that information this month. So let's talk about it. So the synopsis of Hocus Pocus 2 is, in the sequel, 3 young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to the modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking a new kind of havoc on the world. So that sounds pretty good, actually. I really will enjoy this, I think. And one thing we do know, and we did know this when they announced it, is that all of the 3 original Sanderson sisters will be returning to the sequel. So yes, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy will be returning to this film for the sequel, which is really exciting as well. And of course, Anne Fletcher, she is best known for directing The Guilt Trip, will be directing this movie, which is really cool as well. Female director in the role of Hocus Pocus 2 cannot be any better. And this is where the news that hasn't been announced until this month has come into play. And we now know that Hocus Pocus 2 will be available to stream on Disney Plus in time for Halloween in the fall of 2022. So not this Halloween, but the following one, next year, 2022. We will be able to see on Disney Plus Hocus Pocus 2. And I'm hoping, because everything is opening up because of COVID and the pandemic, that we will have Hocus Pocus 2 in theaters as well. So people that love theater movies don't have to stream it as well. They can just go and see it at the theaters, and then it could be available on streaming. That's my opinion. So next thing we got going on is Censor. If you haven't heard of Censor, this is a little synopsis about it so you can get familiar with it. Film censor Enid takes pride in her meticulous work guarding unsuspecting audiences from the deleterious effects of watching the gore-filled decapitations and eye gouging she pours over. Her sense of duty to protect is amplified by guilt over the inability to recall details of the long-ago disappearance of her sister, recently declared dead in absentia. When Enid is assigned to review a disturbing film from the archive that echoes her hazy childhood memories, she begins to unravel how this eerie work might be tied to her past. That sounds badass. But you don't believe me? Watch the trailer, then tell me if you believe me. See you soon.
This depiction is dangerous.
Come on, Enid.
I'm cutting it.
Butchery, sadism, murder.
A wave of depraved and corrupt horror video.
Confusing fiction with reality.
Doug Smart, producer, Ident Investment Films. Maybe Enid could watch my latest Frederick North submission. Wanted a woman's eye on his film.
There's this actress. I've got this feeling that's Nina. My sister. You know, if someone did take her, then they're still out there.
You've never been clear on exactly what you remember.
You'd be surprised what the human brain can edit out when it can't handle the truth.
Someone's losing the plot.
I was wondering if you had anything else on this actress. What's going to happen to her?
Well, that's top secret.
People think that I create horror. Horror
is already out there in all of us.
Wow. So yes, we have just found out that Censor is not messing around. It's not a joke. It looks pretty good. So I will definitely be wanting to see this. So talking about Censor, let's talk a little bit about it. So the film is going to be starring, forgive me to this actress and to anybody watching this that is a fan of her, that if I pronounce her name wrong, because it is a hard name to pronounce, because I never said it before myself, but Naima Algar. And she is from the Raised by Wolves movie, so she's going to be starring in this. And the script has been written by Anthony Fletcher and Prano Bailey Bond. And this movie will be in theaters on June 11th and will also be on demand come June 18th of this year, which is next month. So definitely check that out. You definitely want to. And I have one more piece of information here for the Slasher Scotty news that I want to get into and talk about. And that is some sad news to end the show, and that is Charles Grodin. Yes. Charles Grodin is an actor that is known for his work in amazing horror films and creature features such as Rosemary's Baby, King Kong, and The Midnight Run. He has passed away this past month from bone marrow cancer. He passed away on May 18th of 2021. So my thoughts, my prayers, my well wishes, my everything is going to his friends and his family and his fans of Charles Grodin. I was a fan of his as well. Did great in King Kong in the 1970s and Rosemary's Baby, of course, which is a classic. So definitely, my thoughts and prayers are with his family, his friends, of course, his fans. And rest in peace, Charles Grodin. But that's it. We just finished the Slasher Scotty news. I was going to say the top 10. Sorry. But yes, we just finished the Slasher Scotty news. The SSN. The SSN. The SSN. The SSN. The SSN. The SSN. Woo! Yeah, we finished the SSN. I'm so excited. We finished it for the month of May. Now, before I let y'all go, I just want to let you know that I am filming this a week before it's live. Obviously, it's live now when you're watching this, but I'm filming it a week before because next week, the end of May, is Memorial Day weekend, and I'm going to be out of town where I would not be able to record it for the holiday weekend. So, so I got all the news that I could possibly get for this episode. And, obviously there'll probably be some more news that comes out within the next week of the last part of this month. And if there is, or if there's something I missed that came out earlier this month, please let me know in the comments below. You definitely want to do that. Let me know in the comments below so we can have a discussion about other news, because I purposefully only pick the best news and the most important news for this. But there's other news that is just as equally important that, other people might know about, want to talk about. And I do that because I want you guys to comment and talk about it with me and other, viewers of this channel. And of course, subscribe to this, channel, Slasher Scotty. If you show me some love. If you're, you can also go to www.youtube.com/c/slasherscotty and subscribe there on my channel, and also give me a like on all my social media, facebook.com/slasherscotty, Instagram I'm at slasherscotty, Twitter at slasherscotty1. So come see me there. I'm even on TikTok at slasherscotty. Come check me out. Also, hit the bell notification icon. Get notified on every single video I post when it's uploaded. And also like this video if you liked what you saw. I'm goofy. I do it to entertain you, my viewing audience. I love to entertain you guys. So definitely check out my channel, all my other videos, body count, SSN, of course, what you're watching now. Also check out the rankings, the top 10. I took a 2-week break this past few weeks on all of my videos, except for my interviews, which I also have uploaded. Over 100 interviews around there, almost 150 interviews. So check those out. But the only thing I've been doing the past 2 weeks is my interviews. I've been taking a break from the channel just to kind of, cool down, take some stress off, because my movie 72 is going to be starting filming in July. And me and my partner, Carl, we are going over some last minute pre-production stuff to end pre-production and go right into production. So I've been busy doing that. So I had to take 2 weeks off from Slasher Scotty, but now I'm back and I'm better than ever. Woo! So thank you all for joining me on the SSN. I am your host, Slasher Scotty, and I'll see you next month when we discuss all of the horror news in the horror industry, or to an extent, until you comment and let me know what the news you want to talk about are. But yes, I will see you next month when we discuss the horror news of the month of June. Until then, I am Slasher Scotty. Be good people.